From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, March 28th, 2016. Silver is trading at $15.29 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,221 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $426. Antiwar.com reports a series of U.S. airstrikes against the Abyan province capital city of Zinjibar killed at least 14 people, according to local medics, and all of the slain have been labeled suspected members of al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. The Abyan province of Yemen has been held off and on by al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula since the Arab Spring, and they retook it outright a year ago during the outset of the Saudi invasion of Yemen. While it is considered extremely important as a long-term holding, al-Mukalla has supplanted it as al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula's largest city and de facto capital. The U.S. has been launching a growing number of airstrikes against al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula fighters, including one last week against an al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula base that killed at least 50 fighters. Local al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula leaders confirmed that incident, saying those fighters were going to attack the Shiite Houthis. That has been a major complicating factor in attacks against al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula during the Saudi war, as the groups are largely fighting alongside the Saudi coalition in attacks on the Shiite Houthis, but are also taking advantage of the war to make gains for themselves on the side. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports the U.S. Coast Guard discovered 7 Cuban migrants on a makeshift raft at sea, all with gunshot injuries. Emergency officials transported the migrants to the Lower Keys Medical Center on Stock Island, Florida, and 6 of the more seriously injured were then airlifted to hospitals in Miami. They were interdicted on a raft along with 19 other people who were not injured on Saturday. The U.S. Coast Guard District 7 Public Affairs Office said that those without injuries would likely be repatriated to Cuba under the wet foot, dry foot policy. A statement from the Coast Guard said the U.S. Coast Guard worked hard to ensure the safety of migrants on our cutters after an interdiction and strongly discourages attempts to illegally enter the country by taking to sea. These trips are extremely dangerous and could lead to loss of life. Are you an advocate for free market money? Do you promote Bitcoin as an alternative in a fiat-centric world? Then you need Spend a Bit in your arsenal, the search engine for things you can buy with Bitcoin. Spend a Bit aggregates millions of products from thousands of Bitcoin-enabled merchants. Keep your money in the free economy. Visit spendabit.co today. Bitcoin merchants, ask about our merchant suite to reach even more customers. Spendabit.co. Reuters reports a Chicago teenager who appeared in an award-winning anti-violence video was in critical condition in a hospital on Sunday after he was shot in the back by a stray bullet near his home on Chicago's west side, according to police and local media. Police said 13-year-old Zariel Trotter, who was shot Friday night, appears in a minute-long YouTube video with several 3rd through 7th grade boys discussing their feelings towards gun violence and homicides. In the public service announcement titled, "Black is Human," the 7th grader said, "I don't want to live around in my community where I got to keep on hearing people keep on getting shot, people get on getting killed." Police said Trotter was not the intended target of the gunfire, which broke out after a fight between 2 groups of people turned violent. The video, which begins with 2013 data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, was awarded the Advocacy Media Award, according to the Facebook group of Burrell Communications, which created the video. The company posted on Facebook, "Our hearts go out to Zariel and his family. We wish him a speedy recovery." The Chicago Tribune newspaper reported that Zariel Trotter had surgery on Saturday at Mount Sinai Hospital. He was shot about half a mile from both his school and his home. You can support FPP Radio by shopping online. Whether you're looking for precious metals, bitcoins, or books, you'll find that and more at shop.fppradio.com. That's shop.fppradio.com. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.